Today we are diving into the magical universe of video games, where every adventure is not just a game but a whole story worth living for. We have collected for you the top 10 games that not only entertain but also inspire, evoke powerful emotions, and leave indelible impressions. These are the games that change the perception of reality, make your heart beat faster, and prove that the gaming world is an art worthy of admiration.
Let's go, bitch.
Metro Exodus immerses the player in a post-apocalyptic world destroyed by nuclear war. The plot of the game unfolds in 2036, 2 years after the events of Metro Last Light. The protagonist, Artem, together with a group of survivors, leaves the devastated Moscow in search of a new life in eastern Russia. The game combines tense battle scenes with monsters and hostile people, as well as the exploration of devastated territories. The survival atmosphere plays an important role: the need to gather resources, manage ammunition, and cope with the harsh conditions of the environment. The plot emphasizes themes of hope, love, and sacrifice in the face of an extremely harsh reality. Rapture. This place, once a utopia, is now a ruined and dangerous. Main character, Jack, the sole survivor of an airplane crash, discovers this abandoned city. Rapture was built by the great industrialist Andrew Ryan as a haven for creative minds, but over time has become the scene of endless battles between its inhabitants. These inhabitants, the Splicers, have fallen victim to his experiments with genetics and intelligence. Jack explores Rapture, engaging in battle with the Splicers and confronting the moral dilemmas presented by the city's key characters. He discovers plasmids, special substances that allow him to acquire various superpowers. The game masterfully combines elements of shooter, puzzles, and exploration, offering players an immersive experience with a unique atmosphere and a deeply thought-out story.
You don't visit the gatherer's garden, you aren't? Smart daddies get spliced at the garden.
In Horizon Zero Dawn, the player enters a world where nature has reconquered the land of civilization, and the remnants of humanity survive in primitive tribes among mechanical creatures resembling dinosaurs. The game's protagonist, Aloy, is a hunter and archetype. She embarks on a journey to uncover the secrets of her origins and find out what happened to the ancient world. The game combines elements of exploration, resource gathering, and hunting, offering players a rich and detailed world to explore. The story is enriched with diverse characters, political intrigue, and deep historical themes. Aloy uses a variety of weapons and tactics to fight mechanical creatures and solve puzzles to penetrate forbidden areas and uncover secrets of the past.
Show mercy.
Call of Duty: Modern Warfare 2019 is a reboot of the famous first-person shooter series developed by Infinity Ward and published by Activision. The game offers an intense and realistic story focusing on modern military conflicts. The plot centers on an operation against a fictitious terrorist group that threatens world security. The main characters are Special Forces soldiers from different countries, including British Captain Price, an important character from previous games in the series. The game immerses intense and dramatic missions taking place in different parts of the world, from European cities to Middle Eastern deserts. Modern Warfare is particularly noted for its realistic graphics, advanced physics, and attention to detail. The game's story touches on many complex and relevant topics, such as the impact of war on civilians, the complexities of moral choices in a combat environment, and the consequences of military intervention. In addition to the story campaign, the game offers an extensive multiplayer mode, including tactical battles and cooperative missions. In Telltale Games' The Walking Dead, players enter a world plagued by a zombie apocalypse. The main character, Lee Everett, suddenly finds himself at the center of the disaster. His path crosses with a young girl, Clementine, and this encounter changes the lives of both. The game stands out for its emphasis on choices and consequences, where every decision the player makes affects the development of the story and relationships with other characters. This creates a unique narrative experience where players become deeply attached to the characters and their stories. The dialogues and interactions in the game are packed with emotional depth, while tense moments of survival and moral dilemmas make every choice meaningful. The Walking Dead features a deeply developed storyline and a strong emotional component, making it one of the most memorable and influential games in its genre. In Skyrim, players are immersed in the mystical world of Tamriel, where ancient powers and legends come to life. You become Dovahkiin, the Dragonborn, destined to battle Alduin, the dragon that is destined to destroy the world. Your journeys take you all over Skyrim, from snow-capped mountain peaks to deep dungeons where every stone and tree is saturated with ancient magic and secrets. In this world, where every choice shapes your destiny, you meet a variety of characters, each with their own story and motivations. You can follow the main storyline or explore the vast lands, encountering mythical creatures, finding lost artifacts, and uncovering the mysteries of the past. Skyrim is a world where legends come to life, and every corner hides something amazing. This is an adventure where every step leads to new discoveries, and your destiny is the path you choose. The Last of Us is a game that masterfully blends elements of survival, adventure, and deep storytelling. Developed by Naughty Dog and released by Sony Computer Entertainment, the game nerfs players into a world ravaged by a global pandemic that has turned the majority of humanity into violent creatures. The story centers on two characters, Joel, a hard-end survivalist, and Ellie, a young girl who may be the key to creating a vaccine against the infection. Joel is tasked with taking Ellie from a quarantined area to a resistance lab across the country. Along the way, they encounter numerous dangers, including infected and hostile survivors. The Last of Us stands out for its emotional depth, detailed characters, and poignant story. The game explores themes of love, loss, and moral dilemmas amidst a brutal and ruthless world. Gameplay combines intense combat scenes, stealth, exploration, and resource gathering, requiring players to be resourceful and cautious. Days Gone is a post-apocalyptic survival and third-person action game developed by Bend Studio and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. The events of the game are set in a world devastated by a global pandemic that has turned most of humanity into freakers, zombie-like creatures. The protagonist is Deacon St. John, a former biker gang member and war veteran turned drifter and bounty hunter in this devastated world. The game follows his journey through the devastated and dangerous landscape of the U.S. Pacific Northwest, where he searches for hope of salvation and meaning in life after losing loved ones. Days Gone offers an open world filled with a variety of dangers, including not only freakers, but also hostile survivors and wild animals. Features of the game include a dynamic weather system and day-night cycle that affect enemy behavior and gameplay. Players can use different weapons, traps, and strategies to survive, as well as upgrade their motorcycle to move around the world. Days Gone attracts attention with its atmosphere, deeply developed story, and dynamic gameplay.
Shit. Go on. Get out of here. Get out.
In Max Payne 2, the player once again meets Max Payne, a grim detective consumed by the shadows of his past. The urban nights of New York City become the backdrop for his story, full of betrayal, mystery, and unexpected twists and turns. This chapter of Max's life begins with his return to the police force, where he once again confronts a past that refuses to let him go. The game brings to life a noir world where every street corner hides secrets and every character hides a mystery. The gameplay stays true to its unique style. Slow time, or bullet time, allows players to fully experience the tension and drama of gunfights. The story leads players through a series of intense scenes, where each action reveals a new layer of conspiracy that Max finds himself embroiled in. Max Payne 2 is a game that blends a cinematic storytelling style with deeply crafted gameplay to create an unforgettable gaming experience full of emotion and tension.
NYPD.
Whoa, easy, officer, easy. Just cleaning the place. Come on, officer, it's all legit. I work...
In Far Cry 5, players find themselves in Hope County, Montana, where peaceful life is interrupted by the rise of a fanatical cult group, the Eden's Gate Project. You play as a sheriff recruit whose job is to resist and overthrow the cult's charismatic leader, Joseph Seed, and his brothers. The game features a huge open world that can be explored on foot or with various vehicles. It's a world where every decision you make affects the development of events, and the freedom to choose your path and methods of fighting the cult makes the gameplay unique for each player. Far Cry 5 combines tense shootouts, thrilling chases, and dramatic moments with a deep exploration of the theme of faith, freedom, and resistance to tyranny. The graphics, sound, and attention to detail create an incredibly realistic and immersive atmosphere, making Far Cry 5 one of the most memorable titles in the series.
Huh, weird.
I bring you that man, that woman, who is not left behind.